Well, hey, Agent Martinez, you mind telling me again how many terrorists the TSA has caught? Can I ask you a question? How many terrorists has the TSA caught?
To date?
Yeah. You don't know?
No, I don't, sir.
Well, okay, thank you. How many terrorists has the TSA caught?
Radio check.
Man, I don't have time. I have to get to my place.
Could I ask you just a question real quick? Are you on duty, sir?
Yes.
How many?
Turn your camera off.
Well, you're a public official in a public place, sir. If you don't want to answer questions for the camera, that's fine, but you don't have a right to tell me to turn it off. You know that.
I don't want to be on the camera. So
Okay.
if you can't turn it off.
Well, I'm just trying to ask a question to you as a public servant who's paid by taxpayer money to do a job that's supposed to be accountable to the public. How many terrorists has the TSA caught?
Many.
Many?
Yeah.
Can you name one?
I can.
No? Can you describe any incident or
No.
methods that the TSA has used to catch a terrorist?
No.
Who told you that the TSA has caught lots of terrorists? Were you involved with any of those
Intel.
incidents directly? Intel. TSA has intel?
Yes, we do.
Yeah? Well, do you know how many terrorists the TSA has actually caught?
Yes.
Lots? You can't put a number on it?
Will I tell you? No.
But if you told me, you'd have to kill me, right?
No.
Well, you know the number is 0. Excuse me, ma'am. Can I ask you a question? How many terrorists has the TSA caught?
Why are you asking me that? So you're the gentleman that we're back here with. Are you feeling?
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to know like how effective the money that's being spent on this and the hassle is. Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you a quick question?
No, sir. Sorry.
No. Are you on duty right now?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're on duty. Is that why you got to stand with your hands behind your back to be official and professional?
No, sir.
How many terrorists has the TSA caught?
I'm not sure, sir.
All right, thanks, appreciate it. You can't name a single terrorist that the TSA stopped or captured or caught or prevented from getting on an airplane?
We can.
You can?
We will not tell you.
You can, but you won't tell me. All right. Well, I hope there's a better justification for the tax dollars that are spent on the TSA for security than this. But you're not a PR guy, I understand. Just doing your job, right?
Of course.
All right, thanks. Do you mind if I ask you a quick question about the TSA? You're not allowed to talk to travelers as a public servant?
What kind of question you have?
Well, the first question is, can I ask you a question? I don't mean to bother you while you're getting your food.
That's the second question. That's the first question.
Yeah. Well, obviously I can ask you a question, right? The First Amendment still applies.
Well, you can. But you got that camera going.
How many terrorists has the TSA caught?
Oh man, come on.
Well, shouldn't you be proud of that? Isn't it a lot?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know.
Let me see what we got. What else we got?
Ladies, I don't mean to interrupt, but do any of you mind answering the question? Yes. Right. Don't film? You're going to tell me as a government official that I can't film? You know that's an unconstitutional order, right? It's called the First Amendment. Yeah.
What's that? What's called First Amendment?
Well, it's the First Amendment to the Constitution, the right of the press and the right to record public officials in a public place has been well upheld all the way up to the Supreme Court. So, like I said, I don't want to interrupt you while you're eating, but none of the TSA agents that I've talked to today seem to know how many terrorists.
What's your name?
My name's Adam. None of the TSA agents.
Who do you work with, Adam?
Adam versus the man.
Adam versus the man?
Yeah. None of the TSA agents I've talked to today have been able to answer the question. How many terrorists has the TSA caught?
You're not supposed to answer any questions like that. You know that.
Oh, as a taxpayer, I'm not supposed to ask questions about how effective my money's being spent?
We're not going to answer you. As a taxpayer, we're not going to answer you.
Really? You're not going to be accountable to taxpayers?
You're not going to be accountable to taxpayer? I'm a taxpayer too.
So, I'm not paid by tax dollars. Ladies, any of you know how many terrorists the TSA has caught? No? Well, thanks. How you doing? What are you asking me to do? To show my boarding pass because I'm filming in public? Because I'm exercising my rights?
Sir, come here a second.
I have a flight here, actually.
I want to talk to you. I'm not looking to start up. Listen,
Okay, you can talk to me.
put the camera down.
No, that's okay. But thank you. What do you have to say? I'd like you're welcome to say it on the record.
I don't know what just happened, but if she's asking you to do something, I would strongly suggest you not argue with her about it.
Okay.
You know, that's not going to benefit you or anybody else.
So if someone says, you know, your constitutional rights don't apply here, you should just roll over and accept that. I appreciate
Sir,
that.
you're at an airport. I would not argue with the TSA.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing, sir?
Everything good?
Everything is wonderful.
And what are you doing?
Just talking to some friendly TSA agents.
Really?
Would you mind stepping out of my personal space, sir?
You're in my personal
Oh, excuse
space.
me. I apologize.
What's going on?
Well,
Why are you asking
you
all these
approached me
officers questions?
because I'd like to ask how
Why?
effective the TSA is.
Why?
Because I pay for it as a taxpayer.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I prefer not to answer that right now.
Why
You're
not?
making me uncomfortable because you're
I'm
standing
sorry
really
I'm
close
making
to
you
me.
uncomfortable.
I don't think you are. I think you're trying to.
No.
Yeah, I think you're trying to. Otherwise, you wouldn't be approaching me like this. You'd be leaving me alone to get on my flight because that's what I'm going to do here. So,
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
This is the response of the TSA to questions.
Not really.
If we ask questions, if citizens ask
I
questions
choose
of
not to
TSA
answer your
agents,
question.
that's fine.
You guys take off. Go on back to work.
Gotta go to work, man.
Thanks. Nice meeting you.
So there you have it. The TSA is more concerned about not answering questions than, actually doing their job. Like stopping dangerous terrorists like myself from getting weapons on planes, like this pepper spray. But you know what, America? This is our fault. It's our fault for believing the government when it says it's here to protect us. For believing that the government is the people and that it represents our will. For being so frightened by a nearly non-existent terrorist threat that we give up our liberties and our wealth every day, not for real services, but for a false sense of security. Grow up. Take responsibility for your life. Be a libertarian. Because this government has become nothing more than an elaborate scam to steal from the poor to give to the rich. And I, for one, refuse to consent. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for new videos 7 days a week and check the links below for past adventures in TSA land.